Do you reject the positive? No wonder accomplishments don't feel fun. The dwelling on the negative thought distortion is a special kind of distortion, but we can also talk about rejecting the positive. And so when we're rejecting the positive, what he says in the self-esteem workbook is that the reason that you're doing this is to continue to stay in that form of low self-esteem and get those advantages that we talked about. If I don't think good of myself and you reject me, then I'm going to be fine, those kind of things. So one of the things that he says when we reject the positive, it's like if you worked on something and you worked really hard on something and somebody told you that you did a good job and you then said, oh, it was nothing. That is completely rejecting the positive. Instead of saying, thank you, I worked really hard on that. So it's like it comes with compliments. And so one of the things that, in my counseling that I have taught other people is when someone gives you a compliment, just simply say thank you. So, and that's really hard. If you were to go about your day for the next week and just say thank you when someone complimented you on something, either the way that you look today or a job that you did or a conversation that you had, you will find that your automatic response is to say, oh, well, this isn't really a great outfit. It was cheap. Or I didn't really do that great of a job. Or I could have done better. But if you can stop going with that automatic thought distortion and pause when someone says to you, that was really great, and you just simply say thank you. So one of the things in the book, when he talks about rejecting the positive, what we find out is that when we work hard on something or when we accomplish something, when we reject the positive or the compliment that comes with it, we find ourselves in a loop of no wonder accomplishments aren't fun for you anymore. Because every time someone tries to say something positive to you or offer you a positive affirmation or something like that, and you downplay it, you are absolutely rejecting the positive, and that is how the self-esteem stays low and the confidence stays low and the core worth stays low. So be really mindful of if you're rejecting the good things in your life, like you're not even looking at them, you're completely overlooking them. If you're rejecting other people's compliments to you, if you're rejecting when someone says that you did a good job on something that you worked on, because you will find if you start to pay attention, when those compliments roll in, your automatic thought is going to be to reject it. And that's where you have to thought stop. That's where you can pause, even if you start mid-sentence saying, well, you can pause and stop and say thank you. I hope that helps a little bit. I did a video on dwelling on the negative, and now this is a video on rejecting the positive and how that continues to play in to low self-esteem.